Hey Aries, welcome back. If you've been here before, if you haven't, then welcome. Welcome to your September, 2018 reading. The first thing I'm going to say is thank you so much, Aries, for all your likes and views and interaction on the August video. It's been great to connect with so many of you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much if you donated, had a personal reading, bought something from the Spiritual Parlour shop. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means so much. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it, guys. I'm not going to talk too much astrology today. The only message I will give you in terms of astrology, which really is important to you, is that your ruling planet Mars is going to turn direct finally on the 10th, which is fantastic news. Every astrologer, every astrology lover is probably shouting this from the rooftops. And that's purely because your ruling planet Mars is dangerous. The energy, and it's been in, when I say dangerous, I don't mean this in a bad way. What I mean is Mars is the planet of determination, ambition, yes, but it's also the planet of war, conflict. Mars is the warrior. So when we have Mars in retrograde, as we have had, it forces us to kind of go back, if you like, and focus on a certain area of life, depending on where Mars is retrograde in your personal birth chart. And that can sometimes be a really, really difficult energy because Mars likes to move forward. Mars is fast. Mars rules you guys. You know, you guys rule the first house, which is all about the self and what we want and what we want to do. So, you know, a lot of people, myself included, during that Mars retrograde period, might have faced some challenges, but now he's turning direct, which is such great news. He was also retrograde during the eclipse in my sign back in August, right by the south node of the moon, which is the area of life where we release stuff. So a lot of energy, it's a lot of tense energy. But from the 10th anyway, he'll be direct, and he'll be direct in my sun sign in Aquarius, which is good. So Aquarius is largely considered like the thinkers of the zodiac, the intelligent sign. So it could be that with Mars's energy direct in Aquarius, that you and a lot of us could feel more mentally motivated. We might have more mental energy than we had before, especially when it was in retrograde. And Mars will turn direct just after the new moon in Virgo on the 9th. And Virgo is all about organisation, getting things together, being very, very organised. Virgo is a very, very organised energy. So moving forward into September, it kind of feels like the energy is going to be getting organised and getting things done with Mars's energy, particularly anything that involves thinking, mental challenges, just basically moving forward now that we've got, you know, a lot of planets going direct. So with that said, let's get into it. I've talked enough already. Let's get into it. So let's see what Aries needs to know for the month of September. Okay, Spirit. So calling Spirit. Spirit, what does Aries need to know? Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. General reading for Aries. If there's a message for Aries, please let it be known. What does Aries need to know? So this is Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay, we'll start. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it's just flipped. So it could be a change of fortune. We'll put that back in. If it wants to come out, it will. Okay, so Aries is all of the first house. First card, there's too many. First card will be the theme for Aries. The past. 6 of Cups. This energy is about going back. This is about looking back. This is the card of nostalgia. You could say it's also linked to childhood, it's also linked to children, but the energy is very much about going back. So there could be a change of fortune linked to the past for some of you that's coming out. Okay, second card will be the Fool. Yep, new journey. Some of you Aries out there are, for sure, this feels like you're on a new journey with these cards that are jumping. I mean, it's not the main message. But we're certainly getting a lot of previews, and these are maybe messages for some Aries that need to hear it. But the Fool, the major arcana card, is card 0. So it's all about going right back to the beginning. You've basically learned lessons. You've gone all the way through the major arcana, learned all the lessons that you need to learn, about a situation, person, place or thing. Possibly there could be a change of fortune based on the past or what's happened in the past, and now it's about, you know, a new journey. Cool, sounds good. I mean, last month the message was about you being on track, so let's see what comes up. Okay, second card will be the heart of the matter for Aries. Third card will be the recent past. Fourth card will be the present. Queen of Cups. Okay, so using your intuition. Fifth card will be the advice for Aries, and fifth card will be the outcome. The world, yeah. Someone, Aries, or some of you, are definitely on a new path. The world has jumped out, and this is like very, very much connected to the Fool. The World card is the final card just before the World card. So this would be card 22, you could say, if you count the Fool, which is 0. And so when you get to card 22, the World is like, basically the energy is one chapter has closed. One has closed and a new one is about to open. You've gone all the way through the Major Arcana. That's it, card 22, new chapter opening, and then you get to the Fool, which is card 0, the card after this, which is the brand new start. Looking really, really good. Someone needed to hear that. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, that's nice and shuffled. Could be to do with love. King of Cups. Could be to do with love. New love coming in, closing a chapter with love, or somebody out there could be getting an offer of new love. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but this would represent the water signs. But it's definitely love coming in. Okay, let's see the main message. We've had so many jumpers. What's going on for Aries? Be nice if it is new love, if there is a new chapter for you. For those of you that need it, let's see. Okay, where's your energy? Now, go here. So this is the main message. We'll see what the main message is. Okay, what the energy is. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles is about having patience. Pentacles, the suit, is linked to, so like the world of finance, what we own, money, cars, jewelry, that kind of thing. You know, it's the security or the stability that we have in life. But it is the slowest moving suit, the Pentacles, and the 7 in particular is about having patience, about waiting for the 7 Pentacles to be ready. In most traditional decks, this one isn't illustrated very well, but normally, traditionally, 7 of Pentacles shows a man, basically with a wheelbarrow or with some kind of bag, and 7 Pentacles around him. He's kind of looking down at the Pentacles, waiting for them to be ready before he can, you know, reap what he's sown and put them in his bag. So it's very much about having patience. Let's see. Okay, good start. 5 of Pentacles in the past. Okay, the 6 of Cups has come out again. Wow, you've got quite a few Pentacles here. Okay, let's take a look at this main message. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles is the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's going on. Sorry, it's the 4 of Cups, not 6, 4. Now I've looked at it closely. Okay, yeah, to me, Aries, looking at this message, it looks very much like this is a situation for some Aries about, at this present moment in time, you're kind of recovering or resting from something, because you've got the four of Swords in your, you know, the issue position. So this is about rest, recovery, Not necessarily to say that, you know, something bad has happened that you're recovering from. It could be for some of you, but the card before that certainly doesn't suggest to me like there's been a lot of unhappiness for you to be recovering from something that's really unhappy or a broken heart or anything like that. But it could be for some of you. But the main thing is recovering, okay? And this recovery is linked to something that you've been investing in or that you've worked very, very hard on, because you've got the Nine of Wands in your theme position. Now, the Nine of Wands, it is, the wand suit is a very quick moving suit. It's a very progressive suit. It kind of highlights the steps we take to achieve things. And the 9 is about, the energy is when you get to 9, you're almost at a stage of completion. You're almost at the 10, but it's that last push. And sometimes it can feel like, oh my gosh, can I continue going? Can I continue going? Can I get to the 10? Because, you know, I've invested. Again, in this particular deck, it's not highlighted as strongly, but, you know, traditionally you have a person standing in front of 9 wands, or 8 wands, I should say, trying to push this final wand in the ground. And that's the energy of the 9 of wands. It's about the investment that you've done, but not having very, very far to go until you get to a stage of completion. So I feel as though for some Aries out there, you have been working very, very hard, and this is your energy as well with the wands, with the fire, it's you. So, you know, you take what resonates with you, Aries. You know, the person, place, or thing, whatever it is that you've invested in or you've been working very, very hard on. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a project. I get the feeling that this could be something to do with potentially money, like it could potentially be a project or work. I don't strongly feel at the moment that this is love or relationships, because there's not a massive presence of cups, but it could be for some of you. But the way it's presented to me, whatever it is, Aries, you know, September is about resting and recovering from all that hard work that you have done, okay? Because I can feel that you've been doing a lot of it. In the recent past, though, I can see that maybe there was a little bit of disappointment, or maybe this hard work, this investment that you've been doing has been because you didn't have enough. And this is why I feel as though it could be financially linked, because you've got the 5 of Pentacles, which indicates it's the card of poverty, the card of not having enough, the card of loss, the card of kind of disappointment. You take what resonates with you, but it feels as though maybe in the past there wasn't quite enough, is the feeling that I'm getting. And it could be financially, so that's why there's been so much hard work, and now it's time to take a rest from that. But I feel as though in the present, you had something. I feel as though something's being offered to you, Aries, or there's something in front of you that you potentially should take a closer look at, or that you haven't really taken that much attention to. It could be a person, place, or thing, relationship, job. As I said, it feels to me like this is an opportunity around money or around work. But I feel as though in September, if this cup hasn't been offered to you, you've got the 4 of Cups in your present position, and this energy is about being offered something, but not turning your nose up at it, but not really jumping up and down about it at the same time. You know, it's kind of like when someone offers you a cup or offers you something, which is, you can see here in the card, but you've got 3 other cups here that you're more focused on. And I feel like if this offering does come to you, or it has come to you, or you've already got it and you've not really looked that closely at it, I think that you need to take a closer look at it. I really, really do. And the reason why I feel like when this opportunity comes up, or if it's here already and you're debating it, that you should take a look at it, because this offering might actually bring you some kind of stability, because you've then got the 4 of Pentacles in your advice position. 4 as a number is the number of stability, which I think is really significant. You've got, you know, the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles here. In the Cup suit, the stability comes out as, you know, being content with what you've got. As you can see, being content with what you've got and not really paying attention to what's being offered to you. In the 4 of Pentacles, it is about, you know, building, having that financial stability, or having solid ground is what's being put to me, how I should put it to you. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I'm being pushed to say the words having solid ground. So I think you need to take a look at this, Aries, whatever this is in the present, because I can clearly see here that in the past there wasn't enough. Whether this was a situation, person, place, or thing, or it wasn't enough love, or whatever it was, you know, the past and the present. The past will bring you to the present. And, you know, if there wasn't enough of something in the past and you've been given something now, or something's coming through, don't be too complacent about it. Look at it, because it might just offer you what you're looking for, possibly. Yeah. Now, if this message fits, then the message is for you. If it doesn't fit, then it's not for you. Don't try to make it fit. But I feel strongly as though I need to tell you to look at that cup. Look at that fourth cup. It was very, very, you know, very, very closely. Very, very closely. Don't just turn it away. The future as well also makes me feel as though you need to look at this cup, because you've got the Six of Pentacles as a potential outcome. And you've got the Seven of Pentacles as your theme, as your underlying energy. The Six of Pentacles is about balance. It is about balance, and that obviously moves you on from the Four. You know, so if you're looking at this cup in detail and it's got something good in it, whatever this cup or this offer is, that leads you to some kind of stability, then the outcome is going to be the absolute balance that you require. Now, whether this is financially, in a relationship, or, you know, whatever way it resonates, I just feel strongly as though with the four, 5 and 6, and the Seven of Pentacles, it shows me that there's clear progression that can be made for you, Aries, from this state of not having enough in the recent past to get into a state of complete balance. But I feel as though it's going to be down to you to look closely at what's on offer, because it could just be good. Now, the 7 here is telling you about patience, you know, and about waiting. So it could be that, you know, this 4 of Cups in the present here, which is showing up, you might need a little bit of patience to get this, you know, this outcome, this really positive outcome of the balance of the 6 of Pentacles. But the good news is it's there, because it's quite clearly it wasn't there. There wasn't enough at some point for some of you, whichever way it resonates. I don't know, whether it's love, whatever, but there wasn't enough of something. And you've worked hard, you know, you've worked hard, or you've invested in some way, whether it be emotionally, with hard work, whatever way it resonates. Now it's here, it's right here, right here for me to see. You've worked hard, and it's time to rest, recover. You know, I also feel, looking at this now, like I'm being pushed to say it's time to kind of reap the reward, if you like, of this hard work. I feel like that's what I'm being pushed to say. It's time to reap the reward from this, whatever this is, this investment, you know, and make sure that this past energy of not having enough stays in the past. So, yeah. Just looking at this to see if I get anything else. No, I feel it's quite a clear message, this one, Aries. It's quite a clear message this month. I mean, last month, your message was about you being in a really, really good position, and you having, if I remember correctly, exactly what it is that you need at your disposal, and are you ready to take it? I think it was a message about something like, I think I called it something like, it's there for you, Aries, but are you ready? Or something along those lines. Like, it was about you being ready to take what's being offered. And I don't know if this is a message for the same group of Aries that message resonated with them last month for August, but whether it is or whether it isn't, Spirit's put the message in front of me to you, for you to say, look at that cup. Look at that cup. Okay, that's the message this month, Aries. Look at what comes in close detail, and keep this 5 of Pentacles card of poverty, not having enough, being left out in the cold, whether it be a relationship, whatever it is, however it resonates with you, leave that in the past and make sure it doesn't creep its way back down here in the present. Okay, I think that's all I've got. Let's pull you an angel card. Okay, so what does Aries need to know? Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, that's way too many. There's a message for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Please let it be known. What does Aries need to know? Oops, did we have something through? Nope. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear that, guys. It's starting to thunder. It's been such a nice hot day today where I am. It's thunder and lightning's just starting. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. What does Aries need to know? Aries, Aries, Aries. If there's a message for Aries, please let it be known. So what does Aries need to know? There we go. Okay, so that's your card that's flipped here. And you have, you are healed. Now this is a brilliant card, especially when I look at the past and I see that, you know, energy of not quite having enough. So your angel card, your flower angel card, Aries, is you are healed, and it is the sunflower, I believe. Nope, so it's the marigold. And the message reads, you are healed. The healing you've prayed for is on its way. What a lovely, lovely, lovely message. So you are healed, Aries. Okay. The healing you've been praying for, or the help you've been praying for, is on its way. Hopefully you can, if I focus that in, you can see the word in there. Okay, so you are healed, which sounds good to me. I'm going to pull you one of these as well, actually. Actually, no. I'm going to pull you, because that's such a brilliant message. I'm going to pull you, because these cards are really detailed. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. Let's see what Aries needs to know. Okay, these cards are huge, by the way. So if I look really funny shuffling, it's because they literally are postcard size. They're massive. I just can't get my hands around them. But anyway, I'll try. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. If there's a message for Aries, please let it be known. What does Aries need to know? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. There we go. So, Aries, this is what you need to know. And your message is, it says, dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushing to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of the higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you, excuse me, is this. Try something new, do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. I can't pronounce that word. But you know what I'm talking about. If you basically, you know, if you don't step into unknown or unfamiliar territory, then how will you know, basically? So you'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. Brilliant, brilliant. So you've got a message here from Spirit about stepping into the unknown. You have the Four of Cups here in your present position, which I spoke to you about, is about looking more closely at something and not turning your nose up at something, or not just disregarding something without taking a close look at what's actually in the cup. Now, it could be that what's in the cup, what comes to you, Aries, is unfamiliar, as suggested here. And if that's the case, then the advice is, you know, give it a try. Trust yourself, trust your higher power, step into the unknown. You'll be so glad that you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you. So, you know, whatever that treasure is to you, whether it's financial, like I said, I feel like this is to do with money. I get the feeling that this is to do with potentially money, or potentially some kind of manifestation. Like there's an Aries out there who's been working hard to try and make something happen, to kind of maybe open a road, because in the past one road or one way hasn't been enough. With the Five of Pentacles, like it's felt like it's a bit, you know, like the card of poverty, like there's just not enough. I don't get the sense that this is totally love, but it could be for some of you, but it's just the way that it's presented to me. It could be for some of you, depending on how it resonates. So yeah, good messages. You've been healed, you know, you've been healed. What you've been praying for, which is here, you know, and step into the unknown. And as I said, look closely at that cup, whatever's coming in, because I do see stability and balance ultimately as what's been put in front of me as a potential outcome. Okay, let's go for one more card. Okay, affirmation to Aries spirit. What does Aries need tonight? Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. Can we have affirmations for Aries? Confidence. Wow. Yeah, Spirit's really lining up for you tonight, Aries. These are definitely connected messages from different decks. Confidence. I like this card a lot. So it says, be bold, rise up, stand tall, feel the fire in your soul. Now, if anybody knows about fire, it's you, Aries, okay? You, ruled by Mars, you, ruler of the first house in terms of astrology, you know, ruler of the self, the head, the mind, what it is that you want, really going for what you want. If anybody knows about fire, it's you. Hence why you are a fire sign and you are the first house ruler. So confidence. I feel like you need to take this affirmation card as well with this message that's come out from Aries. You're going to need to be confident this month. Okay, raise your confidence, feel your fire. Your ruling planet is direct as of the 10th. So do your Aries thing. Do what you guys do best. You know, use your fire, use your Mars energy, and step into your personal power. Also, Aries, there is a full moon on the 24th of September. It's the 24th? I'm sure it's the 24th. Let's just take a quick look at the calendar. Don't want to give it the wrong way. Yep, that's it. Full moon in Aries on the 24th of September, 0 degrees in. Sorry, 2 degrees in. 2 degrees. There will be a full moon in Aries. So this month, I feel Aries is, this month has you written all over it. It has Aries, it has, the, you know, your energy, that bold, that moving forward. The 24th, earmark that as a personal power date for you. You know, I always feel that when there's a full moon and a new moon, to be honest with you, when there's any kind of full or new moon in a particular sun sign, I feel that that particular sun sign steps into their personal power. The full moon is when the moon is at its most powerful phase. So, you know, that is your day, the 24th and the 10th when Mars goes direct. To have a wonderful month, Aries. Good luck with this situation. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know, you know, what happens through the month. I would love to know. I would love to know what happens with this cup. If it turns up, if anybody actually looked in the cup and what was in it, if it was any good for you. So good luck, Aries. Thank you for all your engagement. Like, shares and subscribe. If you did enjoy this video, then why not give me a like? Why not subscribe if you haven't already? Tap the bell button and you'll be notified every time I upload a video for your sun sign. Okay, Aries, that's me. I'm done. Have a wonderful September, and I will see you in mid-September when I do the, what am I going to do? When I do the full, not mid-September, first, second week of September, when I do the full moon readings, and sorry, the full moon, the new moon and the full moon readings. Okay, see you soon. Bye, Aries.